podcast at Pressure Points with your two favorite hosts. I'm D. Penn, and this is AJ Teller, and we're coming at you with Season 4, Episode 33, Hitler's Magic Man. Find us on Instagram and Twitter at PointsOPressure. It's a good World War II one by AJ again this week, so get ready.
All right, yeah, I'm back on it. I'm back on World War II. It's fantastic.
Man, he's back on his fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
As usual.
As always.
It's, for those of you in the U.S., it's the one day out of the year that corporations celebrate you as a person, so it's Labor Day.
Yeah. No, they don't give a shit about you.
If you're anywhere else in the world, enjoy your regular Monday. And the rest of the year when they celebrate you as an employee, I guess.
And for the people who have to work on Labor Day, you should unionize.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's some bullshit.
Yeah, you should just call in. Fuck them.
Yeah. Well, I am glad that our tattoo artist is working today.
Yes, this is true.
We're both getting tattoos today.
I'm officially taking the plunge, and I'm getting a tattoo on my arm.
Solid.
Because I've got the ones on my legs, and I've been too much of a pussy to do anything on my arms, just because my parents are super strict about that shit, and it's just ingrained in my mind. So, D's going. I'm getting an arm job, baby.
You got it. I'm adding another installation piece to my leg of skulls, as I call it.
Yeah.
I just keep getting flash skulls of different kinds.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be right front and center, I think. A big old skull. Fantastic.
But yeah, dude, I'm getting a space slug.
Hell yeah. I saw that one. That one's good.
Nobody commented on it, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. Like, space slug, free as fuck, sign me up.
I mean, it's not free.
Well, low price as fuck. I don't know why I said
it
free.
is, because it's flash.
Low price as fuck. It kind of has kickstarted what I want to do for, like, my sleeve.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
Sleeve and, like, I want to do a half sleeve.
Do it.
And, like, a weird half sleeve where I go a quarter up my forearm and a quarter down my upper arm. Yeah.
Yeah. I've decided one arm.
I'm excited.
I'm going to do traditional or neo-traditional designs as, like, a sticker sleeve. Probably about half, maybe a little more, like baseball sleeve length.
Traditional.
Neo-traditional.
The traditional anime Rule 34 hentai.
Yes.
Traditional.
Yes, very much so. And then the other arm, I don't know what it's going to be. I hope it's something, I can't pronounce his name, but my favorite artist of all time, Zdzislaw Beskiński. That's definitely correct.
Hey,
it's
it
not.
Works.
But I'd love if I could find somebody willing to recreate his art as a full sleeve or a half sleeve.
Is so cool.
It's going to be expensive.
Sick,
and then we need to plan a trip for the UK because there are a couple tattoo artists I follow that I really want to get some work done.
Down.
And Alberta, Canada. There's a tattoo artist out there who does the most amazing mushroom pieces and full back pieces that are just the most beautiful shit I've ever seen.
I fucked up not getting a tattoo when I was in Europe. Like, I didn't have...
You really did.
I didn't have nearly enough money when I was out there, but I really fucked up not getting one.
Not planning for that.
So, looks like adding that one to the list.
Yeah, once I have money for a trip and a tattoo, I'm going to contact the Alberta tattoo artist. Her name's... It's Hyphea on Instagram. Okay. Hyphea. And I'm just going to... I don't even care what it is. Yeah. Just something.
Dope.
I don't care if I'm there for a week and I have to get tattooed every day and it costs me $5,000. Like, I'm going to do it. And it's going to be a beautiful back piece.
Fantastic.
Like, from top of the thighs to the top of the neck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what she does. She does some amazing...
Get those little AJ butt cheeks out.
Oh, yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
Won't be able to sit down for weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So, speaking of trips...
I already forgot.
AJ took me to the abandoned sugar mill.
Yeah, it was an abandoned sugar mill in Idaho.
Yeah, so it was before he and his wife almost got murdered a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We went to the little sugar mill, took AJ's wife, my girlfriend, and I don't know how she does it, but... One, my girlfriend encounters the weirdest fucking people, and two, she'll find just weird shit.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
She tracked down a fucking, like, axe. Like a fucking
full
wood-cutting axe. And so, yeah, we wandered around this abandoned building.
Oh, yeah, it was in the abandoned building.
With a big old axe.
Climbed up 3 stories, super shaky.
Yeah. They had a smokestack that I don't even know how tall that thing is.
Super fucking tall.
But I got super behind everybody else's little tour of the building because I just hung out there and fucking whistled. Like, I was just chilling, man. I am a slut for really good acoustic atmospheres. And that was one of them. It was like, what? Would you say it's like 200 feet tall? I would say it is.
I have no idea.
It's up there.
It is super tall, though. Like, it's really tall.
But yeah, I just whistled, smacked some shit around, threw some paint cans up at the walls just to hear the echo that went on for what felt like miles. It was so cool.
And it sounds just as cool on the outside because you can actually hear it from the outside in a different way. It's really cool.
We gotta start a barbershop quartet and go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then honestly, dude, so I love graffiti. I don't give a fuck where it is. It could be on me, like, and I would think it was great. And I don't care what it says. I just love when it's like layers and layers of graffiti and shit, which is terrible. And I get why people hate vandalism. I understand, but I love it.
No, cops hate vandalism.
Yeah, right. ACAB. Fuck the blue. So
peg the police.
It's covered. Like, there was a sexy Squidward. There was a sad Squidward directly across from it.
Some mushroom ladies.
There were some beautiful, like...
Huge pieces
of, like... there was a Japanese oni that someone did, and it's cool as hell. So if you live in the Midwest area and you know about some abandoned places covered in graffiti...
Please. Oh, please. It's so hard to get good information about, like, urban exploration and stuff because it's so closely held. So it doesn't get vandalized. But, like, that's part of the art.
It's so cool. And then we went on up to Napoleon Dynamite Town. Preston, Idaho.
There's nothing there, especially not kegs.
If you've never been, you're not missing anything. It's like, what, 6 square blocks of regular small town, and then it's just miles of country-ass country.
Mm-hmm.
And...
cornfields.
So because we live in Utah, there are trash laws about kegs and keg taps. So AJ and I went up there looking for they're just little mini kegs. It's like 2 gallons of beer. And I think they have Heineken ones. I've had them before. And I really want a Newcastle Brown Ale one because I'm a posh bitch and I don't care. And I wanted to get one. I really fucking wanted one.
We
and
stopped
I got
at like
AJ
6 stores.
So hyped on it. And I was like, okay, last time I was up here, I know we got it at like a gas station. So we're looking around forever. We go to a liquor store. I left my fucking wallet in my car stupidly back in Utah, fucking an hour and a half away. And I got kicked out of the liquor store after I had chosen a few things to get. They didn't have them. We went to a gas station. They didn't have them.
Grocery store.
A grocery store. They didn't have them. We went to another gas station that I knew we had gotten it from before. They didn't have them. AJ's frantically searching on his phone trying to find kegs. And I was like, dude, those big ones are all just rentals. And I don't want to come back to this shithole town. And I don't want to keep traveling around here. So we're making a special trip elsewhere in the future.
Mm-hmm.
It was so fucking disappointing.
It was sad.
But we ran into some weird-ass people, and it was great.
Oh, like the dude with the really white legs?
Yeah, so we're sitting there, and my girlfriend and I turn, and we see this couple, and the girl looks like she's about to cry. The dude's sitting there looking at his phone, and he looks like he's about to break up with it. I was like, oh, dude, I'm in for this. We're in AJ's car. The back windows are, like, shaded.
They're dark. We are also smoking weed.
Yeah. We're just chilling.
Like,
AJ's looking up kegs. We're just hanging out. And then she starts laughing, and we were like, oh, it's not a breakup. This sucks.
Dang it.
The dude gets out of the car, and he has these weird fucking pants on. They were like those sweatpants shorts, but they were made out of denim.
They were like Jinko shorts almost.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is in Idaho's water, but it's not good for you. And my girlfriend goes, yo, D, look at his legs. And he was behind the car when she says that. And I was like, what? She's like, I don't really know how to phrase it, but they are uncomfortably whiter than his like the rest of him. And I was like, what? And I look back, and I can't even explain it, dude. Like,
if you didn't see his legs,
two
his
toned.
arms and neck looked almost like an indigenous person.
Farmer tan.
Or like
to
a Hispanic person.
It's a
like,
new Idaho tan.
Like,
it was
not
nuts.
pink. It wasn't pink like a tan
Dude, it was
gets
white.
at that point.
His legs were
I'm talking
like,
about everything else.
His legs were like as white
And then-
as my butt cheeks.
Yeah. It was like
It was
if you were
pale.
painting white and your only light was the moon. Like, it
really
was
though.
so white.
Yeah, and then we went inside.
Oh, what about that
And
old
I'm-
lady?
Oh, God. So
There was a lady doing
we pull
a
in, yeah.
30-point
Oh,
adjustment trying to get into the
we
spot.
We park, and I was like, yo, she's going to still be trying to park when we come out. Almost. She was entering the store, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But we're walking out, and this dude has a shirt that is set, it's got a big old pot leaf on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm already stoned, and I pass him. I was like, hey, bro, I like your shirt. And he, like, looks at me, and then down at his shirt, and then up, and he's like waves. And then I didn't hear him say
Yeah,
it. That was
so
on
we
you.
were behind them, and we're walking past, and he says, I forgot I was wearing this shirt. And his wife was like, oh,
Ugh, idiot.
fantastic.
Yeah, so it was a good little time. Just popping
Little
around,
off-roading,
popping
didn't
around
pop a tire,
Preston,
maybe fucked up my
Idaho.
suspension.
Yeah, and then AJ was like, yo, I know of a shortcut so that we avoid getting murdered going to these ice caves. And my girlfriend and I were down for it. We're like, yeah, let's do this. He's like, it's a little bit of a dirt road, but we're cool.
Yeah, I
Now-
hold on. Let me describe my thought process on choosing this route.
Yeah.
I traced it, every inch of it, with Google Maps, with the satellite images, just to make sure. What I didn't count on is Idaho having a monsoon.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks ago or something.
Northern Utah and Idaho got hit with like major monsoons and just like fucking destroyed that road. It took all of the top soil, all of the fucking like gravel on top of the road, and it said, put that shit in the river.
And let's make the rest
Yeah.
of these hills 45 degrees.
Let's burn this road down to the rocks that are holding it together. And it was hell, dude.
It was bumpy.
Yeah, we got to like a couple of those cattle guards, and I had to
They
hop
were washed out.
I had to hop out because it would dip down before, and I'm not even kidding, like by a foot.
Yeah.
And then it's directly back up, and I was like, okay, AJ, go this way, straight, this way, this way, this way. Who would have thought that he wouldn't need to go straight?
Yeah, right?
But it was a mess. We didn't even get to the ice caves.
No.
'cause it got so fucking
It got so bad.
So we ended up turning around and just riding down.
It was a lot nicer
Right
on the
back.
way down.
Oh, dude, it went by so much faster. Yeah. But it was still fun.
It was still fun.
Cool little
We saw a
road trip.
beaver dam, like an
Yeah,
actual
we saw
beaver
a
dam and
ton of
house.
them, dude.
Oh, a lot of strangers that were probably going to murder somebody.
AJ's wife thought she saw a bear. Turns out it was actually just a cow. So that was
No,
cool.
it was a burnt stump.
No, there were a few.
There
of
were a
them.
few times that she thought she saw a bear.
She's like, "Is that a bear up in that tree?" And I'm like, "No, it's a nest.
Why are you smoking so much?
It's cool. You're good." But yeah, it was a good time.
It was fun. It was fun. It was chill. It was exactly what I needed. Oh my god.
It was nice getting out of the fucking state.
Oh, yeah. It was nice just
out,
getting
going.
out into nature and just.
Yeah, and it's so beautiful up there.
Oh yeah.
Like the area that
Beautiful
we
shit.
were in, as shitty as the road was, it's just these like dense southern Idaho forests, and
Yeah.
it was so gorgeous. Pines everywhere. It
Little
was worth
creeks,
it. Yeah,
creeks and washes.
the little babble of the creek. It was good.
No, it was fun, and we got snacks.
Oh, we ate so many fucking snacks.
Oh
Worth it,
yeah.
though. But yeah, good time, good people,
Solid trip.
good views, worth it.
Yeah. So now let's
So,
talk about
yeah.
something completely different.
What do you have on the agenda for me today?
So, what was the title of this? episode?
Hitler's Magic Man.
Part 1.
Part.
I don't know if that'll actually get picked up, but I whispered part 1.
Oh, I said it out loud.
I know. I heard you.
Part 1.
So, we're going to talk about a dude. And this is going to be World War II related. I know we never talk about World War II stuff on this show.
I really think that we should find someone named Hitler that isn't Adolf Hitler. Like, just totally different person. We just talk about him, throw everyone for a loop.
That's a fantastic idea.
Everybody's like, oh my God, another AJ Hitler episode. Joke's on you. This takes place in 2007.
I was going to say like 1816.
No. Somebody post Adolf. That would be a good one. Can you imagine how terrible their life would be?
Yeah.
Fucking awful. It'd be amazing to talk about it.
But then it's just going to be a story about a neo-Nazi.
That's okay.
Because the only parents who would name their kid that are neo-Nazis.
Or his parents are neo-Nazis and he's escaping the neo-Nazi
I like
cult.
that where you're making this up as we go along.
I know. I'm conceptualizing.
You know what? This is our indie movie. This is copyrighted. Nobody else can do this.
I've already trademarked it. By the time this is released,
yeah,
you better not touch this.
4 hours.
Better not fucking touch this.
Okay. So there was this dude named Hermanstein Schneider. Very Jewish name.
Yeah, there you go.
So Hermanstein Schneider, he was born in a jail cell in Vienna.
Oh God!
In June 2nd, 1889.
Yikes.
His father managed like a mosque. Mosque?
I don't know. I don't know who this
Mosque.
man is. You're telling me.
I'm pretty sure it's. Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't sound right.
Is it a Jewish man? You said?
Yeah, it's a mosque, right?
No, it
synagogue.
is. It's
Duh.
a synagogue. Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Sorry, I was like, that's not right. What the fuck is happening?
You're 2% Jewish. How do you not know this? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, don't dox me, bro.
Oy vey.
Goyim. All right, so his mother was a singer. His father managed a synagogue. Not really as a rabbi, but like sometimes.
Okay.
But they traveled Europe as carnies, essentially.
Oh boy.
So like they would go to with circuses or theaters, they would sing and put on shows and do tricks.
That's cute.
Things like that. So after he was born, they took him with them on the road.
Gross.
And carnies. And he was a Moravian Jew, unless that auto-corrected.
Did business get better when he was an infant with 2 carny performers?
Yes.
Or would you say that it would have tapered off a little bit? It got better?
Their show? Oh, yeah. Because now they have a kid they could pull out of the hat.
Yeah, that's true.
And
they can turn the rabbit into a human child.
The tickets are 2% off, just like his penis skin.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's cheaper.
They can do a carny circumcision. People will pay top dollar to see that.
Oh, yeah. He left home when he was pretty dang young. No one's sure exactly when.
We're going to put my son into a hat, and I'll take him out, and his foreskin will be gone.
Yeah!
I'll make his foreskin disappear.
This is amazing.
Bada bing!
That's great. Oh, Jewish circus tricks. That's great.
Oh, Jewish circumcision tricks. I love it. Circusism.
He's going to dive into a small barrel of water from 100 feet up, and when he pops out of the water, his foreskin will be gone.
10 out of 10. I would go to that show.
I would go to that show.
As long as it didn't start off with the dad putting his mouth around the baby's penis. Sign me up.
I don't know if everybody will get that reference.
That's okay.
That's fine. We'll just move on. So, like you do when you have carnies for parents, you leave home early. But unfortunately, he left home early to travel with circuses and theaters, just not with his parents.
God. He goes, Mom, Dad, I think I'm growing out of this with you.
Yeah. He actually started working as a songwriter on the side, as well as doing all these like magician's tricks and stuff. He was a songwriter. He worked in tabloid journalism in early 1900s Europe.
Okay,
he would actually extort upper class, like rich folk, when he would like paparazzi them, where he'd be waiting with a camera, take a picture of them doing something embarrassing, and then say, hey, I'm going to publish this in this tabloid unless you pay me.
Oh, so he went from a carney to a paparazzi asshole.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I was like, how the fuck
he's not
did
an
it get
asshole
to this point?
Because it's rich people.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
fair.
fuck them.
But as soon as we start running into paparazzi, they're assholes.
Well, no, that's because we're never going to run into paparazzi.
You never know, man.
I know. I know your business, your, what's that called?
Fetishes.
Your business fetish, yeah, definitely.
Yes, my business fetishes.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, so World War I happens. He's getting older. Like, he was born in 1889. So he's in his early 20s during World War I.
Okay.
Did
he serve?
Yep, he served in the Austro-Hungarian army. He was actually born 2 months before Adolf Hitler. That's just a fun fact. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's why. So that's why we have this as labeled as a Hitler episode.
Because he
was born around the
same year, 2 months before. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That's all. That's all.
There you go. Now we're connected.
Today. Yeah,
because this is a World War I story.
Yeah, we're caught up on Hitler.
So he would, he basically would just entertain people during World War I. He would do like, watch me take off my finger.
No. What he does is
Is this your card?
Doesn't
check underneath your foreskin.
He doesn't tell anybody else that he's Jewish, right? He goes. He seems like a normal, non-practicing Christian, and he has just a little piece of like adhesive tape that's covered with like what is it? The skin-colored latex shit. Puts it on his penis. He's like, all right, I got a trick for you guys. Because of how he was circumcised, gets everybody together. They're all in a circle around him. He goes, okay, normal dick, right? Pulls his pants down. They're like, not normal because we're all circumcised. And he goes, yeah, whatever. He says, I'm going to make my foreskin disappear. They're like, no, you're not. And I'm not even going to bleed. The scars will heal immediately. So he fucking puts a little white sheet in front of his penis.
He definitely has
he gets the hips wiggling, and then he lifts it up. Foreskin gone. And he turns to someone, and someone's like, where the fuck did it go? And he says, check behind your ear. What the fuck? The end. That's how he got through World
War I. He pulled a nice old Jewish trick on them.
So, gold was flying. It was a wild time.
So he actually started to, from his entertainment work during the war, he started getting some much more higher class elite clients. At this point, he realized, I can pretend to be psychic, and these rich people will pay me a lot of money. So he changed his name to Erik Jan Hanussen. So I'll refer to him as Hanussen from here on out. Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm going to call him John.
He claimed that he was a Danish orphan.
Okay.
And and an aristocrat.
Wow, so he broke away from his heritage.
But he was adopted and raised by Bohemian Jews. So that's why he knows a lot about Judaism.
Okay. This is
so they he basically, his go-to was, I'm Danish. He didn't speak a word of Danish.
Bohemian Jews sounds like everything the Nazis would hate.
That's why he was Danish, not Jewish.
Totally fair. I don't blame him.
So at this point, he started to perform for people who would go on to become Nazis or were in the earlier Nazi party.
Okay. Yeah, this Danish guy.
This totally Danish guy.
Air quotes.
Austrian Danish aristocrat.
Yeah. Totally Danish, I promise.
He started to specialize in, just fantastic things like mind reading, hypnotism, and fortune telling.
Okay.
He also, at this time period, got really good at the one trick that I'm not good at, and that's the make my penis disappear into your wife.
Oh, no.
He slept with a couple people's wives.
No.
He fathered a child who I don't think he ever claimed, but well after the war, that bastard child started to perform similar stage tricks and called himself Hanussen II. Which is badass, considering he didn't really know his father.
Oh, shit, that's amazing. That's impressive.
It is. So he fathered a kid there, and
Okay, so is he sleeping with a bunch of, like, upper Nazis' wives?
it's implied yes.
Fuck yeah.
And not
dig
just
this
Nazis,
guy.
Weimar Republic, like just aristocrats in general.
I dig it.
But yeah, he's
What a
sleeping
dude.
around. Because this is, in the
he's
20s.
Just, honestly, he's just practicing his disappearing act.
Yeah, it's
Like,
fine. It's practice.
yeah.
It's for business.
He's doing sleight of dick.
Slides of dick. And if you sign up to our email list, I'll give you a 7-day, 7-part email course on the class of sleight of dick.
On the intricacies of sleight of dick by D&AJ. Find it on Patreon now.
Oh my god. That's good. So, generally he would do like stage tricks. He got really good at, cold reading. There's a method where you can basically see or feel micro subconscious movements that somebody has to, like, hide this somewhere in the crowd, and then I'll hold you blindfolded and I'll bring you to the place where it's at, and they can feel these micro muscle movements.
Oh, kind of like they're gesturing towards
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And so I mean, it's not easy. The tricks that he are doing, fuck's sake.
You're good.
The tricks that he's doing are not easy to do. Like, he has a lot of, like, insight into people's psychology and stuff.
He's a good magician.
He's a really good magician.
It's because every aspect of his life is dedicated to magic.
The trick. The Jewish trick.
That's the play.
He knows what he's doing. This is also what Now You See Me, the movie, the fantastic movie, is based on.
I think you mean the world's best fucking movie.
Okay, I'm willing to say it is
not
the world's
just-
best magic movie. Because all magic movies are shit.
Oh no, they're so bad. Except for oh fuck. What is it? Is it The Prestige? Is that one?
With David Bowie and Hugh Jackman? Fuck yeah.
David Bowie. God.
Wasn't it David Bowie?
No.
Who was it?
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure it was David Bowie and Hugh Jackman.
No, it's
Hold on, I'm closing
it's
my notes.
Edward Norton.
I know
Hugh
he's in
Jackman.
it too.
David Bowie is in that?
Hold on.
How fucking long has it been since I've seen that movie?
I closed my notes to Google this.
How long has it been since I've seen the second best magic movie? No, third. Sorry. Now You See Me 2.
Yeah,
best.
David Bowie's in it.
What?
I told you.
What the fuck?
You bastard.
I need to watch it again.
Yeah, you do.
You can remember.
Scarlett Johansson's in it?
Jesus Christ.
We need to watch this.
Yeah. After.
Yeah. David Bowie plays Nikola Tesla.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You bastard.
I haven't seen that movie in what? Fucking 15 years, I think.
Since it came out.
Because I've been so obsessed. Anytime I'm feeling watching a magic movie, it's always Now You See Me 2. And then Now You See Me.
Mark Ruffalo is in that. Is he? Is that him?
No, Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Anything with Woody Harrelson in it is great because
And anything
after
with,
hours he's just smoking a doobie with Matthew McConaughey's best friend.
Anything with Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg
I forgot about that guy.
/ Mark Zuckerberg. Same person, by the way.
No, he's what's the other actor from Kick-Ass?
Michael Cera.
No, Michael Cera was not in Kick-Ass.
I don't know, but he is
Dumb
he
shit.
is Michael Cera though.
No,
They're like the same
Jesse
person.
Eisenberg and now I have to look this up.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on. I just typed in Cuck-Ass.
Oh, how far we're straying from God's light.
Or just from this episode.
That's what I mean. God's light is this episode.
Aaron Taylor?
I don't know.
He's grown up a lot, so it doesn't look...
Let me see.
I'm getting there.
Aaron Taylor.
Aaron Taylor Johnson? No, he looks so adult now. So you can't tell.
No, I'll recognize him from Kick-Ass.
In Kick-Ass.
No, you didn't. I just have to see his fucking face.
Yeah. He looks just like Jesse... Whatever, I already forgot his name.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. In this movie, he looks like him.
I guess
Then he
so.
grew up, and now he doesn't look like him. But can I just tell you that Nicolas Cage is actually a pretty good actor if you get away from National Treasure.
If you get away from all of his movies.
A lot of his early movies, yeah. But
if
he's
you
done
get
some
away
serious
from-
roles, and he did fantastic.
If you get away from all of Nick Cage's entire like history of being in movies, he's a phenomenal actor.
Hey,
If
he did
wasn't him.
great in Kick-Ass.
He did such a great job in Friends.
This is the end of the podcast.
Because he looks like Ross. Their faces are exactly the same.
I never saw it.
Trust
So
me.
okay, sorry. Back to notes.
Back to
Sorry
now
for
you-
that fucking.
Back to Now You See Me.
Now You See Me Too cast. We need to start a new podcast
shit.
right now. Let's rebrand.
Oh goodness. Okay, so he's getting better at his stuff. He's getting better at sleeping with
getting
aristocrats'
good.
wives. He's getting sneakier.
Well, the important thing is he's getting in with not only the Weimar Republic, but also this little extremist right-wing group called the Nazi Socialist Party.
Called MAGAs. Oh, shit,
Essentially
no, wrong-
the same.
Wrong
Freudian
time
slip.
period. My bad.
Sorry. Yeah, just like 100 years too late.
Damn.
It's the exact same thing, though.
Yeah, really.
So, every once in a while, he actually remarked that, yeah, I do stage tricks, obviously. But sometimes...
That's not how he said it. He goes, yeah, I do stage tricks.
He did not say it. And
he
then a white
disappeared.
dove flies away.
Throws down a smoke bomb.
Pocket sand.
My eyes.
No, but, generally he was like, yeah, of course I do tricks. But sometimes there's something else going on. Like, sometimes there's some legitimacy to some of these tricks. Sometimes I'm predicting things from cold reading, I'm predicting things using cold reading that I've never been able to get.
Yeah,
the level of accuracy.
Because he's doing, like, the crystal ball shit. I don't remember.
Early 1900s seances
Yeah,
and
he's getting
physical
deeper and
medium
deeper.
shit. But,
Yeah.
like, there are accounts of him, like, reading what's going on in somebody's life in a way that he himself said, I have no way to know this. Because most of the time, if you ask him, he'd say, yeah, I would pay people to go around the crowd early before and then, like, listen into their conversations. And then they tell me the information, and then I'd pick them as the random volunteer,
It was actually the Dementors telling him all
It
the
was the Dementors. So I find that interesting that every once in a while he was like, yeah, sometimes I'm a little psychic, like, legitimately. I don't know what's happening.
He played himself.
Yeah.
That is the perfect trick.
Like,
The
some
ultimate
of his
magic.
predictions were really close. Some of them were trash.
I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's the shotgun effect.
No, I don't think so. I think it's, I always talk about this when it's anything paranormal. For something paranormal to happen, there has to be the chance that it's fake.
But is it paranormal
If
if
that
it's
makes
magic?
sense. Yeah, duh. Paranormal and magic, that's
It's
the same
fucking
thing.
sleight of hand.
No, I'm talking about the real shit that he's doing. Like,
Oh.
when he actually predicts something.
I thought he was just like, I don't know how the fuck I did this.
No, not
What?
sleight of hand
I
shit.
was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was so
like
confused.
the predictions, like having somebody come up on stage and he predicts shit about their life.
That's
Oh
why
my
I was
god.
like, it's the ultimate trick. I was like, what the fuck is he talking
You're-
about? He's like, I honestly don't know. I
don't
even
know
put my hand up.
how that foreskin appeared behind your ear.
I don't know how that quarter came out of your asshole, but somehow I put it there.
Yeah, so he actually, at this point, he was like, okay, there's something weird going on with this. I'm going to go work for some detectives. So he became a detective psychic that local police departments would hire. And for a while, he would have to do them like pro bono, like he didn't have a lot of publicity. But he actually caught a bank robber who worked for a mint. And basically, they would like ship the money to the bank, and then he would take the freshly minted bills during like the handoff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he actually caught the dude. There's no way.
How? How did he catch him?
He has no idea how he caught him.
What?
Inner voice said, it's this guy. You'll catch him in the act here, essentially.
No way.
Yeah.
What the
Straight up.
fuck?
So he got famous from this within like the detective circles, and he basically was never he was never like straight A, 10 out of 10 gets every single case right. But he did slightly better than the detectives normally did. So like, hey, that's better than nothing.
There was the ghosts helping him.
Hey,
The
there might be something going on.
The ghosts of Christmas past.
Exactly, they can tell the past. Wait.
I don't know.
But yeah, he was at this point now, because he was not only big and famous for shows, but now he's being famous for actually doing like shit in the real world. Psychologists started to like analyze him.
What the fuck?
And they were like, okay, we have to prove,
dude,
that this guy as a psychic detective is wrong.
Imagine how fucking full of himself this guy is. If he were here in 2021 and he went from like being a carney to being a magician to fucking with aristocrats to then doing paranormal shit, he would be the biggest douchebag on the planet.
He always did the paranormal stuff, just at this point it turned into something that he actually believed in, rather than it's always being a trip.
He would totally start a fucking like ghost magic TV show, and you know he would.
Oh my god, he
would do David Blaine-esque tricks.
Yeah, I'm
while
sure.
reaching out. While
Who's
reaching
the other
out
guy?
to the people beyond. You go, I'm going to drown myself and speak to your mother in the afterlife. Then I'll be revived and tell you a secret about her. And he would be right. And he would just be like, I fucking did it.
Now you pay me.
And we'd all hate him. We'd be like, fuck it. Like we do with fucking Chris Angel.
That's the guy.
Everyone hates
Chris Angel, the edgy
If you like
edgelord.
Chris Angel, you're wrong.
just totally. Hot take here on Pressure Points.
It's not a hot take because everybody hates Chris Angel. Like anyone that wears wannabe affliction shirts and white stitched pants and does
magic,
Zach
Braff,
and does fucking magic in 2020, suck a
fart,
suck
nerd.
a fucking ass, dude. Oh
yeah,
my god,
I love this dude. Basically a bunch of psychologists got together and were like, okay, we need to analyze this guy, see make sure he's actually solving these cases, and they discovered that about half the time, a lot of the cases would be, I lost, there's an item missing, or an item was stolen, or something like that. And he would find it. And about half the time, it's because he stole it and hid it, and then found it.
What a bitch.
And then,
this is what I mean,
but
man.
The other half of the time, he didn't do that. Or at least, they didn't find any evidence of him doing that.
Damn it.
I love
they
this.
didn't find evidence of him because he was doing it too well.
Well, so I happen to know a lot about, not stage magic, but like street magic from like
you would.
30s, 40s, 50s, 60s.
You fucking would too.
Of course I would. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
You're such
But
my little
like,
magic man.
It seems like there has to be that level of fraud in order for something legitimate to happen. It's crazy. So that's why I love it. He was actually charged with fraud in a small Czechoslovakian town.
Hell yeah.
But the way the case was set up, the prosecution would have to disprove all psychic phenomena in order to win the case.
This guy
is
literally
the luckiest motherfucker.
He just walks up and says, "Yo, you guys have to disprove the concept of beyond reality to press charges against me."
Yeah. So of course he was acquitted.
The biggest asshole on the planet. World's biggest douche.
This got him even more popular and more famous because the same thing that happens today. People will read the headline and not the details. So they see last witch hunt of Europe, a magician acquitted, psychic phenomenon proven true. But they don't read and say, oh, it was literally just a shitty case filing. And the prosecution in this small Czechoslovakian town has no idea what the fuck they're doing about psychic phenomena in the courtroom.
You have to disprove ghosts
Yeah,
to get this dude
That was
fucking
it.
arrested.
That was exactly it.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
The world's most dangerous man.
I was losing my shit typing this up.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck?
I love it. I love this type of shit. So
we should have turned this into like a 600-part series. I would happily talk about Hitler's Magic Man, which we haven't even touched upon. Like
the Hitler part.
This is why I said we had to do it as a part
All right, yeah.
two.
This is turning into a
shit.
two-parter.
Okay, so
because we're already like 40 minutes in.
So Homeboy
did a glow up.
The most attractive magic career. Okay, so continue. So
okay,
he's getting away with with almost murder.
Basically. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him that one of the bodies he found was put there by him.
He just would cut people in half and then get a different lower half to reconnect to somebody else. And he goes, they died, but I somehow got the ghosts to bring them back to life. And you're like, who the fuck are you? Like, that's the kind of shit I would expect to see at this man's show.
Yeah, this is great. Never trust a carney. That's something my father taught me. That's the knowledge
and that's
that
what
I'm passing on to you.
That's what you've learned just making the notes for this episode.
And that's what the listener, you all out there right now, are listening to and learning. See, you get stuff from this podcast.
Hey, careful. 90% of our listener base is carnies.
Oh, shit.
Never trust...
Redacted!
Yo. Don't ever trust yourselves. Trust no bitch.
Yeah, trust no one, not even yourself.
Don't trust the man in the mirror.
So now that whole section was pre-Nazis.
Pre-Nazis.
This is current Nazis.
Okay.
So during this whole time period, he was getting in with the upper elite, the echelon, the upper echelon of society, which generally supported the Nazi Party.
Well, yeah, because I mean, they put him there.
Yeah, essentially. Nobody ever talks about, in the history and the rise of the Nazi Socialist Party, they view it as like a labor movement where it's just the people, the brown shirts, taking power. No, they were backed by bankers and aristocrats.
I mean,
who were pissed off at the Weimar Republic.
Fucking look at 2016 to 2020. It's the same thing. You go,
it's
oh my God, he says what I was thinking. He's going and helping the working man. No, he's not. Like,
yeah.
Of course he's not. He's lowering your taxes during this time period,
and
so
then
he can kick him up
later.
after he's out of there.
Yeah. So fantastic work.
Okay, so the aristocrats are basically funding the Nazi Party, and someone
is sleeping with their wives.
Has their fake foreskin in the door.
Oh, that joke will not get old. I love it.
He slipped it in there last second.
Right as the door was closing.
Sneaking out from sleeping with Heinrich Himmler's wife. He just slipped out. Foreskin got caught in the door. Heinrich Himmler grabbed it and said,
"You're in."
I recognize this fake foreskin. Somebody reach out to Jan.
So this next section and next episode will kind of talk about late 1920s and early 1930s. Because so far this has all been, from 1889 until about 1925, 1924-ish.
Okay.
So this is when his career takes off.
We're hitting like Nazi Party. I don't agree with the word I'm about to say, but glow up. Like we're hitting the Nazi Party.
Yeah, this is and
period.
his. So he's he's hit the big time. He's gotten some fame. He's got name recognition.
Okay.
And because of that, he's on the minds.
And I mean, he's in international newspapers. Like Czechoslovakia is reporting about him. He's big in Germany.
Vienna,
he's
Austria.
Sleeping with Henry VIII's wife somehow from the grave. Like he's having
a cold dead bitch.
He's having 8 sons with Henry VIII's wives. Like this guy's big. He's hitting it big.
He's getting there. This is like David Blaine in like 2002, where like he's big now, but he wasn't big like 2 months ago.
Okay, yeah.
It's that time period.
It's before,
like he's not a superstar, but he's on the trajectory.
Before he tried to kill himself on national, local, public TV. Yeah.
Did David Blaine try to kill himself on local?
David Blaine was like fucking drowning himself in boxes suspended over.
No, but that was just a trick.
Poisonous spikes, and was like, "I will survive," and you're like, "Will you?" Like,
yeah, he will, because it's a trick.
I mean,
idiot.
Yeah, but
dumbass.
It was just
you thought that was real magic.
Yeah,
this
totally.
Whole time.
But it's just like he's making these bigger steps.
Yeah. It's the big steps. It's you know how much you can get away with.
Yeah.
So beginning in 1930, he moved his work exclusively to Berlin. So he's no longer traveling. He actually sets up like a show, like a magic show.
Oh,
nightly show.
Back to his grassroots.
Oh yeah, he starts during the day psychic consulting, whoever they want to. And he started a publishing company. So he started a magazine and a newspaper that was all occult focused.
Okay.
He would do horoscopes.
Oh God, of course.
And they all focused on astrology and the occult.
Oh God.
So yeah.
Oh Jesus.
So during these first little bit, he started realizing he had this is my theory. He started realizing he had the power through the publishing, and he started purposely changing the horoscopes to match certain leaders' birthdays.
Essentially pointing people in a direction rather than predicting where they were in their lives, right?
Specific people. He would say, "Oh, they're going to gain massive power in the next 6 months." Certain people.
Oh, okay.
Whose name is Adolf.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. In 1932, he publicly predicted that Hitler would become chancellor, and that chancellery?
I don't know.
Chancellery? Whatever it is, would eventually lead to a right-wing dictatorship.
What? Wow, this guy is a psychic. Give him a platform.
Hey, at this time, nobody actually knew that that's what Hitler was going for.
Yeah, of
they
course.
actually thought he was going to be like a chancellor with a parliament, and like the full takeover wasn't going to happen. So he actually did. I mean, obviously, some
Predicted
political
it,
insight could.
Really just reading a fucking newspaper.
Yeah.
One of the newspapers.
No. So this was
is gonna get you in the right
1932.
direction.
This is reading a newspaper and a very close friend.
Ah.
Potentially.
I mean, he does have the connections, so it's fair.
Yeah. So after that, Adolf Hitler and Erik Jan Hanussen met at least 2 times that year alone.
Okay.
That's all we know. A lot of their meetings, 1932.
Okay.
A lot of their meetings obviously weren't publicized.
Well, yeah.
It's expected they met a lot more than that.
It's because at the time, Adolf was still really concerned with his public appearance, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Yeah.
That's why he killed off his best friend, who was a gay Jewish man.
God, no.
I don't know if he was Jewish, but he was gay.
Probably Jewish.
So, allegedly, apparently, this is from a biography. I think it was technically a biography called Adolf Hitler by John Toland, or Tolland. Apparently, according to his sources, they actually met in 1926 at the home of a wealthy socialite.
Hitler and Jan.
Hitler and Erik
Jan
Hanussen.
Okay, yeah.
So they...
You said you were going to call him Jan.
No, I said I was going to call him
Erik.
Hanussen.
Oh, yeah, I just get there.
I know you're fixated on
like,
Jan.
wait, what the fuck? Which one is he?
Hanussen. So they met at a wealthy socialite's house where he was kind of performing a little bit. He was a guest, and
he's growing back his foreskin.
Yeah.
He's going anti-Jewish. Hitler was intrigued.
So I've got a quote here.
Wait, he can un-Jewish himself? Pause.
That would have prevented the Holocaust if only shared that sacred knowledge.
That's what Hitler was hyper-focused on. That's why he was putting them in concentration camps, is because he wanted to grow back their foreskin to un-Jewish people.
You're right. Hitler did nothing wrong. You heard it.
No. I didn't say he didn't do nothing wrong.
I mean, I didn't either.
Jesus, don't put words in my mouth.
No. Don't check behind your ear. Check under your tongue.
Oh my God, he put words in my mouth.
Oh.
How did that get there?
A foreskin.
Jesus.
So the quote from the book is, Hanussen's first words were, "If you are serious about entering politics, Herr Hitler, why don't you learn how to speak?"
These are his first words as like an infant child?
To Adolf Hitler in 1926. You idiot. A master of body language, Hanussen explained that Hitler was not taking advantage of movement to emphasize his words. In the next few years, so this guy claimed it was somebody who was at the party. They continued to meet briefly, and Hanussen not only taught him the tricks of elocution, but also advised him on the selection of his associates. So he basically said...
What is that?
Like the gesticulating during talking and speeches and controlling a crowd and, gaining that attention. He also said, "Oh, you should be friends with this guy. Don't be friends with this guy. I heard from his wife that he's an asshole." I didn't sleep with her, though. But don't be friends with this guy. Be friends with this guy. You know, that kind of thing.
Alakazam!
He advised him.
Into an asshole.
Exactly.
Somehow, the magic.
So, if that's true, which there's no really reason why it wouldn't be, it's just not something that can be proven.
Yeah, so he's
basically... I mean, it is a primary source.
So
this guy was there,
and he's going, hey... pointing Hitler in a direction that's going to...
He's saying,
one,
you want to be in politics...
bring Hitler success, but
and
2,
power.
Pointing him in a direction that also keeps Erik Jan close and kind of follows alongside.
Like an advisor role. Yeah.
Yeah, without being public enough and making Hitler believe that it's his own decisions. Correct? Am I wrong?
Yeah, essentially,
okay,
yeah.
The sleight of brain trick. I see where he's going.
Very good. So I actually found, this is kind of an aside to, the timeline that I've been going down, but there was a psychoanalytical profile made by the OSS, which was the U.S., basically, it became the FBI and the CIA.
Okay.
So it was before them, during World War II, they started the OSS.
The anti-magic agency.
Yes. The AMA.
Oh, no.
So in 1943, they created the psychoanalytical profile, and they actually mentioned Hanussen by name.
Damn.
They said that he had given Hitler training on the topics of public speaking and mass psychology in the early 1920s. So there's a chance...
It was even earlier than 1926.
Earlier, like just post-World War I, that he was in these circles.
God damn.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
It turns out that at 2 months old, at 3 months old, Hitler went to one of the Carney shows.
Yes.
And he was approached.
Lifelong friends.
He was approached by Erik, and Erik, his first words were, "Fuck the Jews." And that's...
Fuck me.
So,
I mean, the Jews.
Really, Eric's responsible for all of
For the
this.
Holocaust. No. Oh, God. But...
Still ringing.
There we go. So... I think that's really interesting that, for me, something that I really like looking into is who influenced these large figures in history. Like, who was the advisor to Genghis Khan? Like, what books did Mao read?
I've got a really cool episode I want to do on
You should.
Genghis Khan's, right-hand man.
Let's call him Genghis Khan.
Genghis
Khan.
Genghis Khanis.
But, yeah, I really find it interesting because a lot of people know... The guy that I mentioned earlier, I forgot his name already, who he was a gay guy, an openly gay guy, who was high up in the Nazi Party until Hitler basically killed him off. Like, a lot of people know Goebbels and Göring and all of these big names, but there were a lot of people who influenced him way earlier on who never got even interviewed about it.
And I feel like people kind of know it. But if you aren't really seeking it out, Hitler had a lot of fucking Jews working alongside him during the Holocaust, during World War II.
Basically, up until the night of the Long Knives.
And
after that, not many. But before that, he was surrounded by them.
He had a driver that wasn't it? I think he had
driver and lifelong
friend. He had a really,
friend.
really trusted driver. And he
and his niece, who he got to pee on him. No, she wasn't Jewish.
And his favorite super special magic man was Jewish.
Yeah,
it's.
I think it's really interesting to look at the people during the learning phase that historical figures have around them.
Yeah, and I mean, I get exactly what you mean. To talk about the people that influenced someone's ideas, these fucked up political figures, fucked up historical figures, they got inspiration from something. And I can say, it was we can sit here and say, yeah, Hitler hated the political system and how the Jews were in control, and a lot of people at the time were blaming Jewish people for their current situation, but somebody helped plant that idea of going into politics in Adolf's brain. Honestly, and I know this is very off topic, and I feel like I've mentioned it before, but we've talked about it. If you went back in time, as stupid as this sounds, you go back in time, You kill Adolf Hitler as an infant, whatever. This basically the same thing would happen because there was so much discourse at the time against Jewish people that one of those people was going to rise to power.
I don't know necessarily that it would have led to a Holocaust.
It probably wouldn't have been the exact same situation.
Like, so the thing with
you would have gotten
with the Jewish people as the target.
Area.
The thing about that is it's the concept that you, as a somebody in power, you need to have an enemy. And it was basically, I mean, who the fuck even knows why Adolf Hitler chose Jews as the scapegoat? Because he could have done Romanis, which he also persecuted. He could have made the face of the enemy homosexuality. He could have made it Gentiles, or all these things that he did send through the camps. But it was only really the Jews that were
taking the major
villainized.
brunt of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think really, if that would have happened again, if somebody did raise the power, it wouldn't necessarily have been Jews. But it was just that was the choice that he made to make the common enemy.
Someone would have been held
probably
responsible by this corrupt person. And I think we still would have seen something really big happen at the time because so many people rallied behind it. And yeah, he did have this very powerful, spiteful way of approaching things. He was a fucking dictator. Like he rallied
his secret
people
power
really
was
well.
That the communication, the speeches
he
that
rallied
he learned
people well
from this guy.
But I also feel like somebody else could have done a similar thing, but we wouldn't be talking about Erik Jan right now. So
potentially,
it's interesting. It's fucked up that that's the situation and the events that transpired, but crazy to say the least. Like,
we're really good at not being on topic.
I know I mean, we are kind of we're in the same time period.
This should be the wrap up.
I mean, it could be.
I got a little more,
but yeah, I think that it's cool seeing that opposite side of history. Like, not the opposite side, but the side you don't really ever learn about. You don't learn about a fucking magic man that Hitler went to in secret to get political advice.
Yeah, political advice and body language.
Yeah,
advice.
And what,
psychological
10 years before he really came into power?
Yeah, exactly. So many people influenced this guy. Even his, I think I was reading about this. I think it was his election as chancellor was happened because there were some government officials in the Weimar Republic who were like, yeah, let's get him into the power because then you'll be able to get back into power soon.
Yeah.
He'll be the fall guy.
People kind of used him as
people
a
were trying to use him.
Expecting him
to fail.
The scapegoat. Yeah.
And then he made them all the scapegoat.
Yeah.
So everybody was just plotting every which way. So on the next episode, less sidetrack. Less sidetracking.
Probably as much.
No, I'm doing my preview.
Oh, okay.
Less sidetracking. More magic man.
I mean, we got a lot of Magic Man in the start.
There's some more. I have some more examples.
Oh, I'm excited.
Of his predictions.
I'm pumped.
I also have an example of a prediction that's not super accurate, but it's kind of hard to pin down the dates. Let's see. I'll cruise down a little bit. He was so wealthy from his shows that he bought a Palace of the Occult, as he called it.
Ooh, I'm ready for this story behind this one. Ooh, don't give too much away.
Let's see.
Don't give too much away, AJ.
Oh no, I won't. Don't you worry.
You gotta
arson?
build the questions.
Conspiracy.
We got arson, conspiracies, and palisades.
Left-wing politicians gunning him in the street. No, not really. That's not real. A man named Wolf Heinrich Graf von Helldorf.
Oh.
Loan sharking.
You're giving away the entire episode. Stop it.
No, there's so much more. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Bible quotes?
I'm excited.
Just kidding, just one.
But you got the Patreon pulled up?
Oh, fuck yeah. All right. Patreon.com/points of pressure. We got sloppy seconds. We put them out every once in a while. Message us, Instagram and Twitter at points of pressure.
It's cheap.
Thank you to Abby, AJ's Third Nut, Lindo, NSA Isn't Real, D's Nuts,
Not me.
Nordic Thunder, Toddy Waddy Poopy Snotty, change the name back, I like it,
He's switching it up, keeping it fresh.
Dark Runner, Haley, and Casey McFacey. You guys keep the lights on.
We
Thank you guys so
appreciate it.
much. Stick around next Monday for
Round 2.
Hitler's Magic Man Part 2.
Fuck yeah.
I already forgot what the title was.
AJ's first two-parter. I convinced him to do it.
I don't think it's true that it was.
It's definitely your first.
I think I've done a two-parter.
No, this is your first.
This might be my first two-parter.
We popped your two-part cherry.
But if you didn't get so sidetracked, this would have been one episode. No.
This is why I
was
told
already
you
planning
to, because I knew I was going to get sidetracked. It's magic.
It is magic. So,
Fuck.
so next week we're going to start off with an analysis of the Now You See Me franchise.
Yeah, we're going to watch both. We're going to watch the entire duology.
Yeah, and we'll have that thing where, what is that, in a Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, Clockwork Orange.
We're propping our eyes open.
And just scream.
But seriously, Woody Harrelson.
Oh,
I love that dude.
Find
so
us on
great.
Instagram
I already did
and
that.
Twitter @PointsOPressure. We appreciate it. Look forward to hearing you, and we'll catch you fuckers next Monday.